I believe we have 6 members.
Hi, Doug.
You said we have 6.
Yeah, we have 6.
So who don't we have?
I don't see Ty Cooper.
I don't see. Go ahead,
And-
Joyce.
Oh,
You said Ty. Could someone mute their phone, please?
Cooper and Julie Diaz.
Julie's here. Carmen Mendiola's not here. But I believe you have enough, Madam Chair, to start.
Okay, so before we begin, I just, let me just say hi, everyone. And I'm gonna ask, could you mute the calls because, there's someone who's on and we can hear echo in the background. I'm not sure who it is. Okay, thank you so much. I'm sure most of you have heard about the passing of our beloved LG, Sheila Y. Oliver. So, you know, in honor and recognition of the great work that she did throughout the state, the country, and here at DCA, more specifically with UEZ, I just wanted to know if we could take a moment of silence in recognition of the LG. So let's just do that before we begin. Thank you very much, everyone. I so appreciate it, as we do at DCA. So we're going to get started. James?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the August 9th, 2023 Urban Enterprise Zone Authority Board Meeting. This meeting will be recorded. Please be advised that when the chair opens the public comment portion of the meeting, members of the public will be able to speak and provide comment. You must slowly provide your first and last name and any organization with which you are affiliated. I would like to turn the meeting over to our chair, Kimberly Holmes, to call the meeting to order.
Thank you so much, James. Good afternoon, everyone. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, notice of this meeting has been sent to the Bergen Record and the Trentonian at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and a meeting notice has been posted on the Secretary of State's bulletin board at the Department of State. James, could you please conduct the roll call?
Roll call will be done by calling out each department. When you hear the department you represent, please slowly and clearly say your first and last name. Department of Community Affairs.
Kimberly Holmes.
Department of Labor.
Julie Diaz.
Department of Treasury.
Aaron Binder.
New Jersey Economic Development Authority.
Ty Cooper.
New Jersey Redevelopment Authority.
Leslie Anderson.
Our public members, William Gruccio,
Present.
Carmen Mendiola,
Present.
William Johnson,
Present.
okay, and Douglas Snyder.
I'm sorry, but I heard Mr. Johnson say present. Did you hear him, James? Okay,
Yeah, I did. I had written them in.
okay.
Douglas Snyder.
Present.
As chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much, James. Approval of the July 12th, 2023 UEZ Board minutes are before you and for review and approval. I kindly request that the board members state their name for the record when making a motion or second. Do I have a motion for the approval of the July 12th UEZA Board meeting minutes in a second?
This is Leslie Anderson. I move that we approve the July meeting minutes.
Thank you, Leslie. Do I have a second?
This is Ty Cooper. I move to second. Leslie's
Thank
motion.
you. Thank you. It's been properly moved in second. James, can we have a roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Abstain.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson, if you could take off your mute.
Yes.
I heard him say yes. Maybe he
Okay,
has to turn up the volume.
I'll try that.
okay. Madam Chair, the minutes are approved.
Thank you. Moving forward with the agenda, we have the Executive Director's Report to the Board and 7 items that fall under new business. Executive Director Slaughter, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We've established a general statement for the preparation of project proposals and guidelines. We've set up new guidelines as far as public safety. And part of that introduction will be, we're undertaking a training session for all UEZ coordinators on August 23rd to go through the whole issues of certification, to go through our computer system, to go through the application process so that we can make this much smoother. If the board certainly approves the resolutions tonight, we will have approved 117 projects with a total expenditure of $33,740,000. The guide for completing zone assistance funding application has proved to be a hit with some of the coordinators in helping them to prepare their applications. We have now kind of sent you both the general guidelines, public safety guidelines, and the zone assistance guide to all the board members, and you should be receiving that in the next couple of days. One new item that we're looking to undertake is program evaluation. We want to look at program evaluation, looking from a before and after comparison to see if the projects that we have approved and have been built or completed are consistent with our auditing process. The staffing of UEZ is ongoing. We are bringing on 2 temp staff, and we're waiting to see if the positions that we have been unfrozen. This is the snapshot of our activities from last month into this month. And now we'll move towards roll call for our UEZ coordinators. We will now review our project proposals for consideration by the Board of Commissioners. To provide adequate consideration for each resolution, a UEZ roll call is enacted. Please state your name to confirm attendance. If there is no representation, your application requests will be tabled until the next meeting. Carteret.
Bob Macon, I'm the UEZ coordinator for Carteret.
Irvington.
Cassandra Chapman, UEZ coordinator, Irvington.
Millvale.
Heather Santoro, UEZ coordinator, Millville.
Passaic.
Ricardo Fernandez, executive director.
Patterson.
Penny Forestieri, UEZ director.
And Camden.
Joe Thomas, greeting from the great city of Camden, UEZ coordinator.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum of all the UEZ coordinators that have been scheduled to appear.
Thank you, James. We have 7 action items on our agenda, and our first new item is the approval of Carteret's UEZ administrative budget for fiscal year 24, July 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2024, in the amount of $33,212. Before we begin, are there any abstentions or recusals?
No.
Carteret, Mr. Macon, you want to walk us through it?
Yeah, sure. This is just basically funding for the office. 50% of my salary, my pension, and 50% of office expenses like my computer services, my printer, the postage and utilities. So it's pretty, nuts and bolts, cut and dry. Not asking for a lot of money, but this office doesn't really spend a lot of money on itself. We're trying to get the programming to spend the money in our ZAF on programming. So hopefully we'll be doing that in the near future.
Thank you, Bob. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Carteret and a second?
This is Leslie Anderson, New Jersey Redevelopment Authority. I move that we approved the Carteret UEZ administrative budget for fiscal year 24.
Thank you, Leslie. May I have a second?
Doug Schneider, second.
Thank you, Doug. It's been properly moved in second. James, may I have a roll call vote?
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Irvington UEZ Clean Sweep Program in the amount of $692,664. Before we begin, are there any recusal or abstentions? Cassandra, you want to walk us through it?
Sure, thank you very much. We decided that we wanted to start where we needed the most help, and that is with our UEZ area, is the cleanliness. As we go to visit the businesses, one of the things that they have stressed the most is that the downtown area, the UEZ area, is not being cared for in the manner in which they would like it to be cared for. So we put together this plan, and we think it would be a success. One of the things we wanted to do was to start with in some of the areas in our towns, surrounding towns, they have the 10.5 Packer trucks. And we thought that it would be great because one of the things that we do see is that the trash in Irvington is excessive. And even though the Roselli comes through and they'll dump the waste baskets, within about 2 hours, they are filled again. So, we wanted to address that. We also wanted to address keeping the sidewalks clean and having a clean team that was really out there with their own baskets and just patrolling the areas and making sure that we keep it, as clean as we possibly can. And so we present to you this project. We're asking for, again, $692,664,000.
Thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you.
May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Irvington and a second?
Madam
Madam Chair,
EDA.
Carmen Mendiola. Madam
Okay,
Chair,
so
Carmen Mendiola, I'll move it.
thank you. I heard Carmen move it and I heard Ty second it. It's been
Exactly.
properly moved in second. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? James, may I have a roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Next up on the, thank you, Cassandra. Next up on our agenda is the approval of the Millville UEZ administrative budget for fiscal year 24 from July 1st, 2023 to June 30th, 2024 in the amount of $200,000. Before we begin, are there any abstentions or recusals? Heather, you want to walk us through it?
Sure. This request is for our admin budget, and that pays the cost for the UEZ coordinator, as well as some shared costs, as Millville is part of the joint Vineland-Millville Urban Enterprise Zone, and it offsets costs for marketing, audit, and insurance to run the Zone Development Corporation as well.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Millville and a second?
I'll
I'll
move it. Carmen Mendiola.
I heard Doug move it. May I have a second?
This is
I'll second
Leslie
Carmen.
Anderson. I'll second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded, and now it's open for questions, comments, or concerns. Do we have any? James, could you conduct the roll call vote?
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson. Anderson,
Yes, I'm sorry, I was muted. Sorry, yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, James. Next on our agenda is the approval of the Passaic UEZ Marketing Project and the amount of $150,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Ricardo, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, thank you very much. It's nice seeing everyone, even though it's through a screen. I hope everybody's enjoying their summer. We're excited here to, kick back up with our marketing campaign and get our businesses out there and attract more individuals to come in and shop in our city within our UEZ zones. Also to highlight the diversity within our UEZ zone of, different stores and the different eateries that we have. The mayor likes to say that, you come to Passaic, you can eat around the world by walking 2 blocks. And we want to showcase that for everyone to see, as well as that within our types of UEZ, similar to our other UEZ brothers and sisters, we're a lot of mom and pop stores that really don't have the opportunity to showcase what they have without some assistance from the UEZ. So we're very excited, hopefully with your approval, that we can get this going and get that out there to the public and attract more business.
Thank you so much, Ricardo. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Passaic and a second?
Ty Cooper, motion.
Thank you, Ty. May I have a second?
Gruccio, second.
Thank you, Gruccio. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for question, comments, or concerns. Do we have any?
This is Ty. I would just say they've done such a wonderful job just in Passaic, just really done a great job, especially in their UEZ with exemplary work, especially supporting their small businesses along their CBDs as well. So just kudos again to the township. Ricardo's doing a great job.
Thank you. Do we have any other comments or concerns? James, could you please conduct a roll call vote?
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you
Thank
all so
you.
very much.
Thank you, Ricardo. The following are 2 projects from Patterson. The first one is for the approval of the Patterson UEZ Clean Commercial Corridors Project in the amount of $500,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Penny, you want to walk us through it?
Thank you very much. So Patterson is battling a perception of an unclean and unsafe city. We have a lot of homeless, we have a lot of graffiti, we have a lot of dumping. So in coupling with our off-duty police patrol project, we are now asking the state for some zone assistance funds in the amount of $500,000 to do all our commercial corridors.
Mm-hmm.
We have 6 commercial corridors within the city that are retail, and we'd like to have a company come in and clean the streets, the graffiti, the poles, the sidewalks, and everything to change the perception that Patterson is now a clean and safe city.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Patterson and a second?
Madam Chair, I'll move it. Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you, Carmen. May I have a second?
Second, Julie Diaz.
Thank you, Julie. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for comments, questions, or concerns. Do we have any? James, I ask that you please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. The second project proposal from Patterson is for the approval of the Patterson UEZ Marketing and Business Development Project in the amount of $300,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Penny, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, thank you for your approval on the first project. Our second project is $300,000 for a marketing kit. We are going to do some marketing kits. We're going to do some banners, hopefully throughout all our retail corridors, in the languages of all the different ethnicities within the city of Patterson. Along with that, we're also going to do some holiday decorations and other items like that. We're asking for $300,000 to do this project.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion for the approval of this program proposal for Patterson and a second?
This is Leslie Anderson. I move that we approve the UEZ Marketing and Business Development Project from the City of Patterson in the amount of $300,000.
Thank you. May I have a second?
I'll second it. Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you, Carmen. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for discussion. Do we have any questions, comments, or concerns? James, I'll ask that you conduct a roll call vote, please.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Penny. Thank you so much. The last item on our agenda for new business is the approval to authorize the preparation of a request for proposal to develop the Camden UEZ 5-year plan in the amount of $110,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Joe, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. I'm always humbled to be among such esteemed colleagues within the state of New Jersey, and it just gives me extreme pleasure to be here. And I want to give thanks to the forefathers who allowed us to be in this position, and also giving homage to our fearless leader, for without her, we would not be here today. And after collaboration with my colleagues and working with the DCA and Mr. Slaughter and Joe Fusco and Joyce Sayers, I'm humbly coming before you to ask for a 5-year plan, to go out to get a 5-year plan so we can create a vision and create a plan to be more successful in the urban enterprise zone. As any person would know, a good movie has a good script, a good book has a good index, and a Super Bowl winning team has a good playbook. So I'm asking that you allow the city of Camden to go out to an RFP to be able to get a good vision so we can move the urban enterprise zone in a direction that is beneficial not only to the city of Camden, but to the state of New Jersey.
Thank you so much, Joe. May I have a motion for the approval of this request for proposal for Camden and a second?
Madam Chair, I'll move it. Carmen Mendiola.
Thank you, Carmen. May I have a second?
Ty Cooper, EDA, I'll second.
Thank you. It's been properly moved and second. It's open for question, comments, or concerns. Do we have any? James, I ask that you please conduct a roll call vote.
Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
Yes.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. This concludes the action items. So moving forward with old business, are there any items to discuss under old business? James, did you have to discuss anything, or did you do that earlier in reference to Perth Amboy?
I had brought that earlier, but I will just
Okay.
state that we are proceeding with working with Pepper Amboy to deal with some of the issues of not having some details in, and we expect that we'll have project proposals from Perf Amboy sometime in September.
Thank you so much. We're in the public portion comment of our meeting. We look forward to receiving any public comments at this time.
Can I comment?
Yes, I'm sorry. Could you state your name for the record, please?
Hi, my name is Megan Greenberg. I'm calling in because I am from the city of Asbury Park, and I've been working with my councilwoman because we are trying to get the block where I operate my business. I have like an arts education space and studio. We're trying to get the block where I operate my business included into the UEZ. The city and the council person have told me that they believe it was left out, possibly an error when it was drawn, because we are a very block that's having a lot of historically had a lot of financial difficulty, and we meet, I guess, all the rest of the criteria for the UEZ, but for some reason we're not included. So we wanted to see what we can do about getting that rezoned.
Thank you so much for bringing up in the meeting. And what I would encourage you to do is to reach out to Director Slaughter, because maybe you and your UEZ coordinator can meet with them to discuss that. So is there a way that you can drop your number in the chat, and then Joyce and James can set up a meeting where they can talk to you and your UEZ coordinator?
That would be good. So I had to dial in manually through your phone because I didn't have the link. I emailed Rasha a copy of the map. So is that who I'm emailing? Who should I send my contact information to?
That's the right person. They're all shaking their head yes. So they will be in contact with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rasha. Okay, thank you very much. I know my city council person, they've told me that they've really tried to work on this and it's kind of getting pushed to the back burner. So I just really want to make sure that this happens. Is there like an email, anyone else? I know you said somebody Slaughter. Should I contact that person also?
The person who you spoke with is the administrative assistant to Mr. Slaughter. So they will be in contact with you. Yep. You got it.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Perfect.
welcome.
Thank you very much. Have
You
a great
got
day.
it. You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Are there any more comments from the public?
Madam Chair, may I make a comment?
Sure. Tell us your name, please.
Hi. Yes, my name is Mark Lobauer. I'm a consultant with a firm named JGSC Group, and we work with urban enterprise zones. My question has to do with the project approval for Camden today, the RFP for a 5-year plan that was approved unanimously by the authority today. May I imply from that approval that should any other urban enterprise zones, if they apply the same RFP language that was used by Camden today, that received approval today, that they could just proceed with that RFP, or would they need to come back before the authority and gain approval of their RFP first?
I'm going to let Director Slaughter answer that for you, but I believe the answer is yes, Mr. Slaughter.
Yes, if you come in with, as far as the 5-year plan, that structure will authorize you to proceed. What will occur is that there's an option where the board can look at your 5-year plan, your RFP, approve your RFP, and if they decide to move forward with that, then it'll move towards the 5-year plan. The 5-year plan must be approved by the board. And
Hi, could someone please mute their call, because we can hear a lot of echo in the background? Okay,
so
Director Slaughter.
that is the process. The process is the first to get authorized. The second component of it is to move ahead with putting together your RFP. We'll present it to the board, so they can review the RFP. You'll move forward. And the final step, obviously, you're looking to underwrite it in terms of providing funds. And then the fourth step would be the actual approval of the 5-year plan. I hope that answers your
understand
question.
that. Well, it's perhaps, if I could try asking one more time, assuming that another UEZ applies, or rather uses the language that the authority approved today for Camden's RFP, if they copied that language, would it be necessary for that zone to come back and get approval? Now that the authority has already approved an RFP framework today for Camden, could other UEZs just replicate that and presume that it's approved by the authority? Or must they go through that RFP approval step also again?
You must go through the RFP approval. It's being treated exactly the same as a project proposal. So it'll be reviewed by the board and voted on by the board. It isn't unilateral that if one UEZ community gets an approval, it goes across the entire scope. It does not. Each case will be viewed at individually.
I see. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any more comments from the public?
Yes, I have a comment.
Yes, state
Hello?
your name, please. State your name, please.
My name is Verone Jenkins Jr. I am a resident of the state of New Jersey and a registered Democrat in the Democratic Party. I'd like to give you some background of my property ownership. I am an owner of a general contractor's license entitled Adolph Farmer Construction, office located in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I also own farmland in Burlington County, New Jersey, in the town of Columbus, New Jersey, listed as Jenkins Tree Farm. Now, recently I read in the Trentonian about toxic water and contamination caused in the water supply system by operations by DuPont. And I asked if there's any money allotted by the state or any other agency or government authority to address this issue. My family farm, again, in Columbus, New Jersey, has well and septic, which is the typical water treatment supply system in the agricultural district of Burlington County. I don't know if the state inspections of the water were accurate to make the water, drinking water safe. I say that because we display physical development defects in our bodies after years of drinking that water from the well and septic at our farm in Columbus, Jenkins Tree Farm, from drinking and cooking with that water supply. And I wonder if there's any money allocated by the state or any other federal or any other organization to address the issues with contaminated water in Burlington County.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins, for your question. I believe that matter is currently in litigation, so we will not be commenting on that. If you would like, if you would like, sir, you can send a letter in to DCA, and if it's something that falls within the purview of DCA or UEZ, you can respond. But on this meeting right now, we will not be responding to that inquiry.
Is that the office in North?
Wait a minute, sir. Do you have any other inquiries?
Not at this time.
All right, thank you. Are there any more comments from the public that we could entertain now?
Yes, hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, ma'am. State your name, please.
Hi. Yes, this is Noelia calling in from the city of Perth Amboy. I understand that there was James who had spoken about our meeting. Just to give a quick follow-up, I did get to meet with James, Joe, Joyce, and Bill about a week or two after my public comment at the last meeting. And they were able to address the PD matters that I had with regards to procedures, which I believe procedures would put into place just after that public comment. They did release that to the coordinators in our last meeting. And there were a couple other internal changes that were made also that were discussed with the other coordinators with regards to the 45 days, changes to that, and a couple other requirements with regards to submitting applications. So I have a follow-up meeting to have a conversation with regards to a couple of applications that I've had in the queue for a couple of months. So I'm appreciative that we were able to have a meeting and have a number of matters addressed with regards to procedural issues with the program that we were having. So I want to thank James, Joe, Joyce, and the board for addressing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cologne. Do we have any other comments from the public? If there are no additional comments, I would like to thank everyone for their participation on today. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting in a second?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Julie.
Second, Leslie Anderson.
It's been properly moved in second. James, could you please conduct a roll call vote?
Yes. Kim Holmes,
Yes?
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Leslie Anderson,
Yes.
Julie Diaz,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider,
It looks like the mailing list.
William Gruccio,
Yes.
and William Johnson.
Yes.
The motion carries, Madam Chair.
Thank you. It is now 2:37, and this concludes our meeting. I want to thank all of the UEZ coordinators and especially the UEZ staff and the board for all that you do to bring these meetings to bear and the comments from the public. If we're able to answer them, we will. We want to be a responsive board, but we also want to make sure that we're operating within the purview of what UEZ does. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for engaging with us when we had the moment of silence for our Lieutenant Governor and our DCA Commissioner. So with that, I'll just say thank you, and I'll see you at the next meeting. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairwoman.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Madam Chair.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.